Hey guys, my name is Omar, and today I'm going to teach you guys food safety. Now you're wondering, what is food safety? Why is it so important? Well, food safety is what maintains people not getting sick, you getting sick. And now you're probably wondering, why am I telling you this? Why do you want to learn this from me? Well, I am a manager at Chipotle. I do teach a lot of people about food safety, and I was there during the food safety crisis from Chipotle. So the food safety crisis was about 8 years ago. It was when Chipotle workers weren't washing their food properly or cooking it properly. And what did that happen? It cost the company billions of dollars because people were suing them. Why? Because of raw chicken, the bacteria in the food, and we don't want that again. So I'm gonna teach you people watching this, how do I start? What do I do? So I'm gonna show you the 5 fundamental facts of food safety. The 5 fundamental facts is cleaning, cooking, chilling, separating, and cross-contamination. Now, let's start one by one. So cleaning. Everybody knows cleaning. You sweep the floor, you wipe the table, you take out the trash. You just want to make sure your area is clean. The second one is cooking. Now you're probably wondering, Omar, I already know how to cook. Of course, a lot of people know how to cook. But it's very important because you want to maintain your food at 165 degrees before you take it out. It can't be lower than 165 degrees or else it's not cooked properly. Now, after you cook it, it can only last for 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours. Why? Because your food will get cold and bacteria will grow. Now you can microwave it, but we're talking about cooking. So the next one is obviously keeping it hot. You always want it hot. You don't want your food to go under 141 degrees. Why don't you want it under 141 degrees? Because bacteria likes to grow under 141. Now the next one is separating. What is separating? So separating is basically having your chicken in one spot, having your vegetables in another spot. You don't want these to be all bunched up. Why? Because if your chicken's raw, your vegetables are going to be basically raw, the raw juice in it. And what happens when you give the vegetables to someone? They're gonna eat it, they're gonna get salmonella, and you might get sued, you might get sick, you might get one of your family members sick. So that's why separating stuff is so important. Now that brings us to our next one, cross-contamination. Cross-contamination is basically not washing your hands. So let's say you place a raw chicken down. You don't wash your hands, you don't do nothing. You go, let's say, smash guacamole, avocados for guacamole. Now you got chicken juice in your guacamole. So all those people that are gonna eat your guacamole are most likely gonna get sick. This can also be by, let's say, using the same knife, using the same cutting board. You never want to use the same cutting board. After every cutting board, you want to go wash it, wash your hands, and start again. Now the next one is chilling. Now you're probably asking, what is chilling? So chilling is keeping your food cold. You cook it, it's for hot. Chilling is for cold. Now for chilling, you don't want your stuff to be over 41 degrees. You want it 41 degrees and under. Why don't you want it above 41 degrees? Because bacteria can grow on your food. No one wants bacteria on the food. You could get sick, your food can smell bad, and it could spoil faster. Now you're probably telling yourself, this is very difficult. This is too much to learn. It's really not. After a week, if you practice this, you will learn all the 5 fundamental facts. Now, before we start prepping or cooking, we gotta do some basic stuff every time. We wanna make sure our area is clean. Now, how to make sure your area is clean? Make sure you wipe down your table. Make sure your board knife is clean. Make sure your floor is swept correctly. And make sure there's no stuff on the table to cross-contaminate stuff. Once you have all of that, the next step is to wash your hands. Now you're probably saying, oh, I know how to wash my hands. Well, sorry to tell you, but like 20% of people don't know how to wash their hands correctly. So the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna turn on your water, your hot water, and you're gonna want it at least 100 degrees. Why do you want it 100 degrees? Because bacteria dies on your hand at 100 degrees. So after it's at 100 degrees, you're obviously gonna rinse your hands, and then you're gonna put soap. With the soap, you're gonna rub it with your hands for a good 20 seconds. You wanna count to 20 seconds before you wash it off. After you wash off your soap, you're gonna grab a napkin, clean your hands with the napkin, and with that napkin, you're gonna turn off the water with it. So you guys can see that I'm washing my vegetables. Make sure you guys are washing your vegetables. Next thing you're gonna do is cut. So when you cut, you don't want your knife ever going up. So as you see how I'm cutting, the tip of my knife never goes up. Once you're done, you're gonna put your vegetables in a bowl or wherever you want to put it, and you're gonna wash your dishes. As you can see, I am scrubbing with the sponge, so I get all that bacteria in there. Now you get another sanitizer, and you're just gonna wipe off your dust. Now that we finished our prep video, and you guys know how to cut, you guys know how to wash your hands, clean, I'm gonna tell you guys the most important is cleaning, cooking, chilling, and separating. Your 4 most important things that you should master are right here. Once you master those 4, you don't gotta worry about anything anymore. Alright guys, if you guys need more help, any questions, you guys can message me in the comments, or you can message me in my email right here. You can also go down in the description, and you could go to the FDA website that I put down there. It will teach you the fundamentals of food safety. That's where I got the information here. That's what Chipotle uses. That's the main stuff that everybody uses for food safety. So if you guys need anything else, let me know. Click on the website. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.